So you're probably asking yourself, how the hell did I make $8,100 a month renting my property out? Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I did that. I basically sent an email to an insurance company and they rented my house for me. So I'm gonna break this down for you guys. Check this out. What I do is I target insurance companies, I target travel medical agencies, and this is something I've been doing for quite some time, and I literally got this place booked by literally just sending an email. And I'm super excited to tell you guys how I did this. One of the most important things is that you actually have to reach out to these agencies like ALE Solutions. There's a ton of different insurance companies that actually will take over the lease on these properties, and they will pay 4x what long-term rent typically is. Yeah, that's right, I actually said 4x. And one of the great things about actually renting to an insurance company is that you always have the ability to have them, you don't have to worry about situations like in California, there's tenant laws where somebody can stay here and they can literally not leave and not pay rent. And one of the beautiful things about renting to insurance companies is that you know that a large scale company is backing you, and you're typically not gonna have a guest that stays for and doesn't pay rent, because again, these insurance companies are the lessees. So you're probably asking yourself, what did I do to find these companies? Well, the first thing that you need to do is actually just Google insurance companies in your market. You're gonna wanna talk to these insurance companies and you're just gonna wanna ask them, hey, do you have a relocation specialist? That's the key term that you need to make sure that you know. Relocation specialists are the folks that actually take care of people that are displaced for fire, floods, or some kind of catastrophic event. They are in charge of actually relocating those families. And typically 9 out of 10 times, they will put them in a hotel instantly right away as one of these fires or floods or something like that happens. And they're sitting in those hotels until these relocation specialists are actually finding them a property. But for me, I like to actually reach out to these agencies first. I want to be on their list, their preferred provider list, have them reach out to me and connect with me so that I can actually break down furthermore what I do and have become or be the specific person that they will deal with on a regular basis. And just FYI, insurance relocators, they work national-wide. They're not just one specific agency that covers, let's just say, Northern California. A lot of these agencies or these relocation specialists, they actually cover the entire US, which is great, but can also be a negative if you're looking to cover a specific market. In order to get 4x what the long-term rent is, you actually have to have a property that is just like this one that I'm in right now. And what I mean by that is these families that are displaced, they actually walk the home prior to coming and staying. This is something that not very many people talk about. They make this seem like it's extremely easy to get a family to stay at your property or to connect with a relocation specialist. That's actually the easy part. The difficult part is getting the family to obviously choose your property. So you got to make sure you have nice photos for the relocation specialist to share your information with that family that has lost their property. So you got to have professional photos that are taken. So I highly advise that you do that. The second thing is pay for design. So this property, you guys are going to see it now as you walk through. We put in quite a bit of work to make this place look great, to make it have an appeal where somebody can walk into it and feel like they want to live here. Like literally, the videographer walked in and said, hey, can I buy this house off you? She's laughing right now, but this is actually true. So yeah, this place was actually put together by a friend of mine. We actually worked together to design this home. It has like a very 50s retro / modern vibe to it. And for me, it just feels like a place that is Modesto in a lot of ways. It has a lot of natural mid-century modern type stuff that is in this property. Also, some of my favorite bands that I love to death are in the main room, which was kind of like my room that I love. You guys are going to see this wallpaper that looks like waves, which is super my style. I love it. If you guys can tell by looking at me, I'm just a nerd, but I love like surfing and skateboarding and all that other cool stuff that makes me seem a lot younger than what I actually really am. See how old I look? Dude, you didn't tell me I had my freaking glasses on top of my hat with glasses on my head? Oh my God. We're gonna rewind this and start over again. Yeah, so the master bedroom, you guys are gonna see it. It is a really super cool theme. It has some of my favorite bands, which I already said. The Strokes, The National, I love those two bands. If you guys like them, please comment below because they are cool. And secondly, this house really just has a feel that it feels like you're on vacation. So again, when you're renting your properties to insurance companies, families are always gonna walk through that. So I would make sure that you have that in the back of your mind, that when you're designing a space, it's gonna be a space that somebody's literally gonna open the door and say like, I wanna stay here. So you have to have that kind of wow factor that comes along with the property, because If you don't have that, you're probably not going to be able to rent to insurance companies. Maybe you might, but again, for my situation in this specific place and the way that I design my short-term and mid-term rental properties, they are very similar to the brand, which is this here. You guys are going to see it in the house. So really think about that. Not many folks talk about the insurance claims. It comes across as a very easy thing to do. I mean, I just mentioned that I sent an email out. That was the easy part. The difficult part, again, is getting the families to come in, to actually walk the property and to say, yeah, I actually want to be here. So if you guys see behind me, we got a really nice kitchen. It's been completely updated. Some of the property, or some of this actual property, has still some of the old school features that are in the home. I redid the bathroom when I purchased this property, and I bought it for $5,000. Wait, $5,000? If I would have bought this house for $5,000, that'd be amazing. It was actually $540,000 is what I purchased this property for, and the insurance company is paying me $8,100 a month. My principal and interest payment is about $25 and some change. And this family that was in this property, they use a lot of electricity, like freaking $1,000 a month. Yeah, $1,000 a month. So just because I made that $8,100, I had a $1,000 electrical bill because they had the AC running all the time. And yeah, it was pretty rough. And this is where I screwed up, and I hope that you guys don't do this. When you actually put together a claim with an insurance company, you can actually cap the electrical, cap the water, which now I know that I need to cap these things. So what I mean by that is if the electrical bill goes over $500, the guest that is staying here actually has to pay for that. I should have thought about that. The water bill, if it goes over X amount, you can actually cap it so the guests that are staying at this property have to pay it. Everything else the insurance company pays for, which is freaking fantastic. But anyway, I did send him a little message. This is me typing, like sending an email message, just so you guys know. To the folks that lived here, which I really, really enjoyed them a lot. And I said, hey, can you guys just chill out on the AC unit? So the bill did decline and start going down. But yeah, that's just a kind of a caveat or a side note to please make sure that you write in notes when you're connecting or touching base with these insurance companies. We went with a traditional old school mid-century modern type vibe. And the house has a really good glow to it. These are the floors that came with this property. It was built back in the 50s. That's something I really, really love. But we also let it kind of flow in with the property. It's a surf theme, if you guys can see behind me. We went with this surf design theme in the Central Valley, which is probably unheard of, but the house just has this like Long Beach, Huntington Beach kind of feel to it. It feels like it's a place that should be in next to the ocean or the water. So I kind of went with that theme. I wanted when guests would come stay here, they would have a feeling like they're not in Modesto. And I think that's really going to be important when you guys are looking at building your short-term and your midterm, that you're putting kind of a sense of purpose and sense of place to the property. Like, so they actually feel like they're somewhere other than where they are. But please, please make sure that you are thinking about the guests when you're putting these properties together. Insurance companies, the guests are going to want to see this place first. You're going to have to meet them, be presentable, talk to them about how you're going to operate your business, how you're going to work with them. Make sure that you're negotiating prices when it comes to the insurance claims, the electrical bills, and also the water and all that other stuff. But this place also has a pool, which the guests freaking love, and I think that might have been the selling point for the family to come here and stay. And they kept this place extremely clean, which I'm thankful. We actually would come in here once a month and clean the place, and that was part of our clause, that we would be in this property once a month just to see how things are going, to making sure they're taking care of it. And they had a pet, which is really important if you're going to be midterm renting to insurance companies. Allowing pets is going to help you tremendously. So please like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions about this property, leave a comment down below. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.